Hello, 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 GED scholars. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Professor Ejean. I am she with PJ Education Group. I am your GED professor, your coach, your teacher, and I am so excited that you are watching my video now. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for viewing this video. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much as well for watching this video. Now, before I get started, please make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share this video with someone who you know is preparing for their GED. And do me a huge favor, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can receive notifications of videos that I post on my YouTube channel, especially videos related to GED for my GED scholars. Well, today's focus is going to be on FAQs, frequently asked questions about GED. So I've set up a PowerPoint presentation, so give me just a minute and I am going to share my PowerPoint and we're going to go over some FAQs. So hold tight, let me share my screen and I think you should see it by now. All right, there it is. Okay, so we're going to start from the very beginning of the screen. And I think we are good and everybody can see the screen. All right, so now, of course, as I've already shared, the focus of today's video is going to be on FAQs, frequently asked questions for GED exams. Now, the reason why I am doing this video, and I did this video once, but I'm re-recording this video because oftentimes I get additional questions and I just felt the need to elaborate more on my responses to the questions to make sure that my videos are relevant to my GED scholars and to make sure that you are getting the best responses possible so that you could be successful towards moving on your journey as you are preparing to get your GED. All right, so responses to frequently asked questions. And again, these are questions that we receive via through text messages, through email, and through phone calls. So we just, gather together a lot of the questions that we receive. And these are the most, the questions that we receive the most from our GED inquiries and scholars when they reach out to us. And again, through email, through our website, and also through our telephone conversations. All right, so one of our top questions that is asked from us is whether or not the GED diploma is accredited. So in a short response, the answer is yes. The GED diploma is accredited. Now, GED is recognized as an equivalency diploma to a high school diploma. Now, I want to just share that most companies and universities do receive GED diplomas so that you can enroll in colleges, or I would say prepare to enroll in colleges, because most colleges have more, as far as steps that you need to take before you could be accepted in their college. Having the baseline of a high school diploma or an equivalency, that's where you start. And then they may have additional requirements as well. So you always want to contact the college that you are planning to attend, whether it is a community college, a university, or a college that's just a 4-year accredited college. So you definitely want to contact them, find out what the additional requirements are in order for you to be an enrolled student in one of their programs. Most companies also accept GED diplomas as equivalency to a high school diploma. Now, I say most for colleges and I say most for employers, because again, at the end of the day, if you have a private college institution or if you have a private employer and they may not accept the GED. I don't know of any, so I can personally say that I don't know of any. I work with many companies, corporations, small and large, independent entrepreneurs as well. I also work with a lot of different colleges, trade schools, 4-year colleges, 4-year universities that also provide graduate studies, postgraduate studies. And I don't know of any myself that I've worked with, and I've worked with quite a few that do not accept the GED diploma. But I say most because, you know, you never know. There may be someone out there that does not. And so my response to you is to do your due diligence. If you are planning to continue your education, which I totally support that, then you definitely want to contact the college or university that you plan to attend and make sure that you understand what their requirements are in order for you to be one of their students, enrolled students. The same thing if you plan to change a place of employment. First of all, do not let getting your GED be disqualified based on anyone's decision, whether they want to continue with hiring you or enrolling you as a student. There are plenty of places that would like to do that. But again, I say most because there may be someone out there that have, you know, they may have different requirements. Okay. So the answer to the question is yes, it is accredited. Yes, it is recognized by most universities, colleges, and most employers. All right. So now, how do you get started? How do I get started? I get that question asked just about every scholar that contacts us. They ask that question, and my response is first, or my question to that scholar is, have you set up your free GED account? Many of my potential GED scholars have said no, many, and I would say probably about 65 to 70%. So that's a pretty high percentage of GED scholars who have not set up the account. And it could be because they don't know if it's a cost, you know, they haven't, you know, receive the right type of information to understand the process. So you must set up your free GED account. And notice I have the word free in there, right? So you can set up an account. The account is free. You go to the official GED website, which is GED.com. Very simple, very easy, not complicated. I do have a video that it has been posted where I share with you steps towards setting up your GED accounts. But it's just like if you have a YouTube account, which means you probably have a Gmail account, you may have a social media account, nothing complicated about setting up a GED account. If you can set up a social media account, a Gmail account, setting up a GED account is not complicated at all. You'll be asked information about your location, where you live, where you have to type in your zip code, just so they can make sure that they provide you with the right information based on the state that you are living in, as well as, you know, testing centers and training centers as well. So not difficult at all. Go to the official website, www.ged.com. From our company, our organization, this is how you get started. You set up your free GED account. All right. The next question is, and I also have notes before I go any further, says on the website, you can schedule your GED exams, take GED practice exams, and access helpful tips to prepare you for your GED exam. So that's another reason why our organization at PGA Education Group, we consistently share with scholars who contact us is, how do you get started? Our response is that you first set up your GED account. All things GED should go first through the GED account, GED website, which is GED.com. And the benefit of setting up your account is in the notes of this PowerPoint page, where we shared the slide where it says on the website, you can schedule your GED exams. That's where you do schedule your GED exams, not scams, exams. On the official GED website, you can take GED practice exams, and also GED.com provides helpful tips that will assist you as you prepare for your GED. Another frequently asked question is, how many exams must I take to get a GED? Good question. And the response is, there are 4 exams that you must take and pass with a minimum score of 145 points. The exams are social studies, science, language arts, and math. Those are the 4. You do not have to take, and you will not take all of the exams at the same time. You will schedule one exam at a time. You can't take them all in the same day. If you choose to, you can do that. We do not recommend that. You take all 4 exams on the same day. We highly recommend that you take one exam at a time, focus on one exam at a time. You can pay for all 4 at the same time, or you can just pay for one at a time as well. And so that's our recommendation, is that you don't take all of them at the same time. You focus. As a matter of fact, we also recommend that you determine which subject you are the strongest and focus on that subject first, get that subject done, take the test, pass the test, go to the next subject. Okay, so there are 4 subjects, and whichever one you believe is your strongest subject, where the content pretty well, that's the subject you want to definitely focus on. Now, someone who is watching this video may say, I don't know which subject is my strongest. I mean, I think maybe social studies, but I'm good at math, language arts, perhaps science. And if you're not for sure, you can always take the GED Ready exams, which we talked about in the previous slide. Take a practice exam for each subject, and you will receive scores based on your performance. And whichever subject that you score the highest will be the one that you will probably want to focus on first, that subject first, as far as preparing to take the GED exam. Okay, so there are 4 exams total. Is there a cost to take the GED exams? The short answer to that wonderful question is yes, there is a fee. There is a cost to take the GED exams. The cost, there is a cost per exam. So you have 4 exams. There is a cost per exam. The fee is listed on the GED website. We don't provide the fee for you in this actual video on the slide, because depending on your state determines the cost for the GED exams for each exam. GED is regulated by the secondary educational agency in your particular state. Like I'm in Texas, so Texas Education Agency oversees primary and secondary education, and any program that offers a diploma that's equivalent and recognized as an accredited equivalency to the high school diploma. So for GED, they fall underneath Texas Education Agency, and the fee is determined by that agency and partnered with GED. So you might be living in the state of New York. If once you log in and set up your account on GED.com, or go to the landing page and you type in your zip code, then you will see what the cost is for your exams. And the cost is the same for every exam. So for instance, if the cost is $40, it's $40 for each exam. So it's not an accumulative cost, it's per exam. You can take exams online. The fee to take the exam online will increase, because you have to have a proctor to watch you on camera as you take your exam. And there are different standards that are required related to taking exams at home versus taking your GED exams at a testing center. So just go to the GED website, and all of that information about testing costs and the standards and where you can go set up your exams, or if you can take your exams at home, everything is available for you on the official GED website. All right, you can pay and take 1 exam at a time, is what we already spoke about. Can I take the GED exam at home? I just answered that question. The answer to the question is yes, you can. Your computer and accommodations must meet the standards of GED. You can also take the GED exams at a testing center. Testing centers are available in every state. And to know what testing center is near you, once you set up your GED account, you're going to type in your zip code of where you live, and based on your zip code, you will see testing centers near you. Now, if you happen to be living in an area where the testing centers are further, like maybe it takes an hour or 2 to get there, it might be better for you to contact GED and determine if there is a way that you can take the exam at home. And again, your computer accommodations must meet the standards of GED. Contact them and they will let you know what those standards are. All right, so there's a note. Visit www.ged.com for detailed information. How long does it take to get a GED? I get this question asked often. As a matter of fact, in my team, this is like probably a very top, maybe 1 or 2 out of the top 2 or 3 questions that we receive. we get asked. It is up to you and your ability to focus and study and pass each exam. The minimum you must receive the score to pass each exam is 145 points. 145 points is the minimum score. So if you want to try to get your GED on a fast paced, I would say probably you want to give yourself at least 2 months. That's, to me, considered a fast pace. I have seen scholars get their GED within 4 weeks. Typically, those scholars are my high school scholars. They're fresh out of high school. And when I say out of high school, that means they're like 18, 19 years old. They just did not get enough credits to graduate from high school. Parents are concerned about them not, staying focused once they're at a certain age. And so they get them into inquiring about taking GED exams. So I've seen a couple of scholars that get in, they focus, and they got their GED within 4 weeks. And the way they did it, received their GED within 4 weeks, is they took the practice exams for each test, each subject. And once they received their scores and the results, if they, earned the minimum score of 145 points and they feel comfortable and confident with the content, they would go ahead and take the GED exam. If they needed to improve, they would focus on the subject that they knew they were most familiar with as it relates to content, focus on that subject, take their test, and pass. So I've seen a few, not a lot, that was able to successfully pass their GED within 4 weeks. And I'm sure there are a lot more out there. I'm just speaking of those who came through my program. Typically, fast paced to me is 8 weeks. That means you focus 2 weeks per subject. You start with the first subject and you go to the next and to the next and to the next. And the first subject, again, I emphasize the subject that you feel the most comfortable with. Now, when I say 2 weeks, that means you're contributing at least 4 days, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day to the content, to the subject, to the information for that subject. Okay, so for instance, if science is your best subject, the one that you believe that's the subject that you could score, take the exams and score the minimum of 145 points. Typically, you want to study the content of science. Make sure you understand different formats that will be presented to you. Practice, watch a lot of videos, listen to a lot of videos. And for 2 weeks, just focus on all things science, take practice exams, write down material, read the material, understand and digest the material so that when you take the exam, you are successful. So that's an example of what I say concentrated for 2 months, 2 weeks. And it may not even take you 2 weeks. Like I have some scholars who are pretty good with language arts, with reading and writing, or social studies. They can focus on that subject for like 4 days or for 5 days out of a week, take the exams, and they're good to go. So it really does depend on you and your decision to focus on the content, focus on the subject, the content for the subject, and just, put the grind on. So it really is up to you. I've seen scholars do it in 4 weeks. I've seen scholars do it in 2 months. I've seen scholars do it in 2 years. And some people are late bloomers and it takes them a little bit longer. So it just really is up to you and your commitment. All right, so I was trying to hit my screen and I forgot I'm on 2 different screens. Now, do I have to take a GED prep course in order to take the GED exams? And the answer is absolutely not. No, you do not have to take a GED prep course. Some GED scholars take GED prep course because they've been out of school for a while. And so because they've been out of school for a while, they need coaching, tutoring, and guidance to understand the content that is within each subject. And then also just being real, if you've been out of school for a while, getting yourself into an academic mindset is very helpful and very important. It's very important. So getting a coach or a tutor or a professor or educator to help you with, your journey towards getting your GED people oftentimes will enroll in a GED prep course. But to answer your question, you do not have to enroll in any course. It is not required for you to take a GED course prior to taking any GED exam. So that is strictly a decision that you make. All right. Does a GED prep course cost? Some courses cost, others are free. You must contact that organization or visit their website to determine their structure for offering GED prep courses. So I've received questions about that, as about the costs for GED prep courses. And again, I'm just going to re-emphasize, there are some courses that cost and others are free. There are some organizations that work within different programs that offer free GED courses. There are some community colleges that may offer free GED courses. If you're enrolled in their program, that might be the GED courses may be part of the program itself. So it really, you have to contact the organization to determine what the structure is and how they offer the GED prep courses. All right, so now for our organization, PJ Education Group, we do have GED prep courses, tutoring sessions that we offer throughout the year. All of our information as relates to classes, boot camps, and our 4-week challenge is available on our website. So we do different boot camps and classes. Typically, our classes are on Monday evenings. So we, as of right now, while I'm time stamping this video, we offer Monday night classes and be it through Zoom. Our boot camps, so let me stick with that first. Our Zoom classes are not zip code restricted, so scholars can be in New York, Texas, Chicago, wherever you're located. As long as you have access to the internet, you can be part of our Monday classes. So sometimes we just offer Math Mondays. Other times we have classes where we do tutoring and we teach lessons for all 4 subjects. We also offer one-on-one tutoring, and those sessions are available on Thursdays typically. And again, it just depends on the slots that are available. Our tutoring one-on-one sessions go pretty quickly. So those slots fill up real quick. Our classes are a little bit more flexible because we accept more students, of course. It's not one-on-one. We also have boot camps. We have boot camps that we offer. We try to offer them about 4 times a year, maybe more in the summertime, but definitely in the spring and in the fall, maybe twice in the spring, twice in the fall. And those boot camps are in person. Typically, the boot camps are between 2 and 2.5 hours on location. And so just go to our website, and our website will let you know about upcoming boot camps. And again, that is zip code restricted because it is in person. And I want to go back to our Zoom classes. If you take our Zoom class, you must be on camera. So I wanted to share that with you. In the past, we were a little bit flexible because, again, coming behind COVID, after COVID, it's just a lot of stuff was going on with just about everybody. But now, 2024, every scholar who participates in our Zoom classes, we require you to be on camera. There cannot be anyone in class that is not on camera. You would not be able to stay in the class. You must also make sure that you log in with all, your first and your last name. And you need to make sure that you are in a space and an environment that's presentable. So we haven't had any issues, but if, we want scholars to be very serious about preparing for their GED, and we don't want anyone to be a distraction to other scholars as well. So we do welcome that. We are enrolling all the time for our Monday classes. So you can always go to our website and start our Monday classes is open enrollment, which means we just have students, scholars that come in, and you're not ahead or behind anyone because our lessons rotate. So you're good with that. So you can always just go to a website and find out additional information about our program. All right. Well, hopefully I answered most of the FAQs let me just say this, I responded to the FAQs that we receive here at PJ Education Group. And of course, if you have additional questions that was not part of this PowerPoint presentation, please go ahead and contact us. Visit our website, which is pjeducationgroup.com. Our phone number is 972-499-5229. And you see our email address as well on this PowerPoint presentation. So I hope that, and let me put the camera back there, that we were able to support and help you along the way with this wonderful journey towards getting your GED. Now, I do want to make one announcement. If you are a GED scholar and you are preparing on this journey towards getting your GED, or you are a GED graduate, all right, if you are a graduate, we're going to start scheduling interviews of GED graduates and scholars, because we want scholars and individuals like you who graduated to connect with those who are preparing for the GED, to hear testimonials of your experiences and to be encouraged by you as you walk through the journey towards getting your GED. Now, if you just now starting, maybe you passed a test or two, or maybe you just woke up and you decided, and I don't want to say just woke up, but you've been going through different transitions in your life, and you're saying, I want to get my GED. This is very, very important to me. And perhaps you want to document that, and you want to talk about why getting your GED is important. We would love to interview you as well. So to be part of uh, our chats one-on-one with GED scholars and graduates, just go to our website. We're going to actually post updates about that, where you can contact us and schedule a time to be part of our interviewing via Zoom. So you don't have to worry about being in person or trying to connect with us, unless we're live on our boot camp sessions. Then that's a totally different scenario, but we can always set it up through Zoom. All right, that's it. That's all for this video. Don't forget, if you can, please, ma'am, please, sir, to our GED scholars and everyone that's watching this video, I need you to like this video. Please make sure that you share this video with someone who is preparing to get the GED. And then I need you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can receive notifications when we post additional videos, especially videos related to GED for our GED scholars. All right, it's time for you to go get that GED. We look forward to hearing from you soon. If you need a coach, please make sure you reach out to us. Again, our website is pjeducationgroup.com.